It was one of those television moments that stays with you long after the screen goes dark. Bradley Walsh, known for his charm, humor, and infectious energy, delivered a performance that touched the hearts of viewers in a way that was both subtle and unforgettable. From the very beginning, there was a sense of intimacy in the air. Bradley leaned into the conversation with a calm, grounded presence, his eyes carrying a depth that words alone could not capture. The audience sensed that something significant was unfolding, something that went beyond scripts and rehearsals. Then came the moment. He leaned in, his voice softer, almost a whisper, and spoke words that resonated deeply. Goodbye. Simple, yet weighted with meaning. And as he walked away, there was a stillness that lingered on the screen, allowing viewers to absorb the emotion, the humanity, and the quiet courage in that gesture. Fans watching were immediately drawn in. Comments flooded in, describing feelings of surprise, connection, and even a touch of nostalgia. It wasn't just a goodbye, it was a shared experience, a reminder of why so many people have followed Bradley's journey on television for years. What made this moment truly remarkable was the balance between vulnerability and authenticity. Bradley has always had a knack for making audiences laugh, but this moment revealed a more reflective side, a reminder that even the most joyful personalities experience moments of tenderness, poignancy, and introspection. Yet even in this heartfelt farewell, there was humor, a twinkle in Bradley's eye, a subtle grin, a playful pause that reminded viewers that life is never without its lighter moments. It's this delicate balance that makes him so beloved. He doesn't need to shout or dramatize. He simply is, and that presence carries more weight than any elaborate performance ever could. There was also an unmistakable warmth in his interaction, a human connection that transcended the television screen. Viewers felt like they were part of a private moment, witnessing something real and profound. And in a way, that intimacy made the farewell even more impactful. Fans began to reflect on what made this moment so moving. Some pointed to Bradley's honesty, the way he allowed himself to be vulnerable without losing his charm. Others noted the subtle humor that softened the edges of the farewell, keeping it light and engaging even in a serious moment. There was even a touch of romance, not in the conventional sense, but in the way Bradley communicates with empathy, kindness, and openness. It's the romance of connection, the allure of authenticity, and the gentle magic of someone who truly understands how to make others feel seen and appreciated. The emotional resonance extended beyond the immediate moment. Viewers found themselves thinking about the gestures, the expressions, and the unspoken words that made it so powerful. It was a reminder that television can be more than entertainment. It can be an experience that stirs emotions, sparks reflection, and creates lasting memories. Bradley's farewell also highlighted the beauty of timing and presence. Sometimes the impact of a moment isn't in what's said, but in how it's delivered. The pauses, the gestures, the unspoken language between performer and audience, and in this case, every nuance mattered. Even after the broadcast, fans continued to engage. Discussions about the moment spread across social media, with people sharing their own experiences, reactions, and even interpretations. Some laughed at the subtle humor Bradley wove in. Some quietly wiped away tears, touched by the sincerity and depth of his words. The power of this moment lay not in spectacle or exaggeration, but in simplicity. A single word, a lean forward, a soft farewell, enough to convey emotion, warmth, and connection. Bradley's ability to make the audience feel included, valued, and moved is a testament to his skill as a performer and his innate humanity. And while the farewell was poignant, it also carried hope. It reminded viewers that endings don't have to be final or heavy. They can be tender, reflective, and even uplifting. There's strength in acknowledging change, in sharing moments of vulnerability, and in allowing oneself to be seen. Humor, as always, remained intertwined with the sentiment. Bradley's characteristic charm shone through in small gestures, subtle expressions, and the rhythm of his delivery. This combination of tenderness and lightness made the moment feel approachable, relatable, and deeply human. Fans often remarked on how rare such television moments are, ones that feel genuine, intimate, and emotionally resonant. Bradley didn't need dramatics to capture attention. He simply relied on his presence, authenticity, and connection with the audience to create a memory that would linger long after the show ended. The emotional impact of the moment also underscored a broader truth. Life is a mixture of laughter, reflection, and farewell. It's in these small, heartfelt gestures that we find meaning, connection, and even joy. Bradley's performance reminded viewers of that delicate balance, showing that vulnerability and humor can coexist beautifully. As the moment faded from the screen, one thing remained clear. Bradley Walsh has a unique ability to turn simple interactions into profound experiences. His farewell wasn't just a goodbye, it was a celebration of connection, authenticity, and the human spirit. And for viewers, that is what made it unforgettable. They didn't just watch a moment, they felt it, remembered it, and carried a piece of it with them, because in the end, the power of television lies not in spectacle, but in the ability to touch hearts, evoke emotions, and create shared experiences that last a lifetime. Bradley's farewell was all of that and more. It was tender, funny, reflective, and deeply human. It reminded fans why they've admired him for so long, why his presence feels comforting, and why the simplest gestures often carry the greatest weight. Moments like these don't fade quickly. They linger, they inspire, they remind us of the beauty of connection, the power of vulnerability, and the magic of someone who knows how to balance laughter and tears effortlessly. Bradley's farewell didn't just share a goodbye, he shared an experience, a heartfelt, memorable, and emotionally rich moment that viewers will carry with them for years to come.